I must admit that I never ever played Left 4 Dead 1 before Left 4 Dead 2. However, one summer sale and I decided to buy the game, and while this review is not exactly my first impression, it's still somewhat close enough. Although I cannot review how the campaigns work in versus mode because I literally cannot get into that mode without being steamrolled by 1 million hour sweat lords, so yeah. And also, this review is done on advanced difficulty, because I think advanced is a normal difficulty for a full team, and expert is for masochists. I also chose to play the Left 4 Dead 1 campaign in their original form, because Left 4 Dead 2 changes some of the maps, and the gameplay balance is different between both games. Anyway, let's begin. Yes, the campaign that everybody plays. I'm also one of those people because I can pretty much recite the pilot speech at the intro. There are two ways to get into the apartment, the stairs and the skylight. Or you can just skip the apartment entirely. Yep, this skip existed in Left 4 Dead 1. Also, did I mention that you can see your legs? Yeah, Left 4 Dead 2 got nothing on this. Just before the subway station, there are two buildings you can explore. You probably know about this one, but this one is so well hidden, it took me like 3 years of playing Left 4 Dead 2 to even know it's there. I guess this is for the versus mode because there's no point for the survivors of going there while playing co-op. Just before the safe room, there's also a car alarm which always results in this.
Erwin.
No.
Yeah, I think so. It's a long way, but...
Oh, motherfucker!
Oh no!
The generator room crescendo event is probably the easiest in the whole game, because it's so simple to camp in the minigun room. And don't use your flashlight while using the minigun because it will turn into a Geiger counter. This is also our first encounter with a tank, and I forgot how Left 4 Dead tank is extremely focused on killing a survivor. He will not stop until that down survivor is dead. And yeah, it's punishing because this game has no defibrillator. So just before the safe room, Zoe fucking dies, and Lewis got choked because he was too busy appreciating Left 4 Dead 1 ragdoll physics.
The sacrifice must be made.
No. Oh, never mind. Chapter 3 has a gas station that can be blown up, and the zombies just don't seem to care. By doing that, you also get to explore a room that has guns in it, just in case if you start this chapter from the lobby. But the moment you start this lift, the entire population of Pennsylvania come rushing down on you. I thought this crescendo event goes on forever, but no, it's just that the horde is very long. Okay, time to spawn the zombie to see how this event works, and oh you motherfucker.
Alright, 2, 1.
Alright, I'm a hippie, I'm going down I'm not going down this one.
Okay.
I'm not a fucking normie. The sewer exit ladder is very dangerous because you are completely defenseless while climbing up, and it drops you right in the middle of zombies. We almost got annihilated, but Louis spawned just in time to help Bill and Zoe.
Oh my god, this... I need help right now. Oh my
god. Wow, shit, guys. Oh.
Wait,
speaking of which, bruh, come on.
Oh.
Bruh, man, why? Or, well, he kinda helped Bill. One thing I like about No Mercy is that it's always consistent in narrative. Yes, the narrative is just you going to the hospital, but the fact that you see the hospital getting closer each time you progress, it gives some meaning to your journey.
When are you alone?
I went into the room and the first thing I saw is a fucking naked patient ass.
Okay guys, remember, computer, blood sample, validation, and then get the hell out by the elevator.
Oh wait, right, this is not Payday 2 review. I really love the implication that this place is where the infection began. Also, is this like a visual equivalent of the title drop? Camping outside the elevator is not a good idea because eventually the zombies will come at you from every angle. And the only upside is that you're close to the ammo pile. But if you think you can exploit this game's infinite shelf, well, go for it. I won't stop you. Yeah, in Left 4 Dead 1, there's no shelf cooldown, so you can just right-click the zombies away as much as you want. The elevator's roof is also covered in Left 4 Dead 2 because, well, it will be too easy for the spitter now, is it?
Shit, guys! They got an aircraft bombs you want.
God, it feels so nice to be able to admire the view without fear of being charged of the building. The tank can still do that though, and because how this area every corridor looks the same, if a tank spawns here you better not get lost.
Man, everyone almost gets sent off the building.
Oh man!
No, it's a closet! Fuck! The finale starts you off in a safe room with molotovs and pipe bombs, which is very generous for the game to do so. And a series of rooms that you always walk past. Don't lie to me, you never explore these rooms. We both know it. While this ladder is also dangerous, at least in Left 4 Dead 2 there are guardrails, so you don't get charged of the building instantly.
Do you know why the splitter was made? This
Wait.
exists.
Where?
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah, this exists. The
Oh,
god
yeah.
spot, the legendary god
Oh my
spot.
god.
This closet also appears in other finales too. Its intended purpose is to be a respawn closet, but I guess Valve underestimated how much of a trolling each player can do. There's also no pile of molotovs or a grenade launcher to save you. Although no molotov might be a good thing because if you light the tank on fire in this game, he actually moves faster. Which is incredibly risky because normally the tank is only slightly slower than the survivor, so if you do that, he will catch up to you. But to be honest though, this finale is pretty easy. And escaping is also not much of an issue because the tank spawns far away from the helipad, so you have a lot of time going to the chopper.
Get to the chopper.
What? Bruh. Bruh.
I know Crash Course takes place after No Mercy, but since Crash Course is a post-launch campaign, I'll cover it later. Look, I know that this trench is for the special infected in versus mode, but this trench is fucking massive. I also kinda like this lighting for the safe room entrance, by the way.
Bruh.
Into the safe room, people.
Man, this is stupid. Do you see what I'm holding here?
Doable.
For the longest time, I didn't know you can just go down this pipe to immediately get the tier 2 weapons. I thought you had to climb this ladder first. The sewer gate room is a bit different in the second game in that there's no metal fence around the switch. It's done to prevent camping, I guess. It started to dawn on me at this point why crescendo events in the first game are much harder, despite all of them following the same formula. Because there's no ammo pile in the area where the crescendo event is, which means you're punished for wasting your bullets at random zombies before facing the horde. It's also a lot harder when you don't have melee weapons or magnum pistol.
Which? Oh, well, he... Bruh.
Oh, he's going away, no!
Yes, he has been a lot of skills. Tactical difficulty now. Okay.
Ah, man, the mic compression, this takes me back.
When we approached the church, the tank just spawned out of thin air for some reason. The tank just spawned out of thin air!
Hey, did the tank, like, spawn out of thin air again?
Also, we had to fight him while there's a witch in the middle of a graveyard. Yeah, Left 4 Dead 1 is a lot more brutal than 2. It was more than common to see 2 tanks and a witch in a single chapter.
Oh wow, there's a tank and a witch in the same vicinity? Man, that's fucked.
I love this unique interaction with the church guy. His insanity caused by the outbreak is quite disturbing, and a reminder that someone somewhere in Left 4 Dead universe is still gonna be hostile to the survivors. I wish we'd see hostile survivors more often. Not a lot of custom campaigns do that. However, it becomes funny when you realize his voice actor is the same as TF2 Scout. So basically the church guy is TF2 Scout after his Sandman got nerfed.
No, Scout! We will get your bong eventually, okay? Scout! Scout, calm down. Miss Pauling hasn't ditched you yet. Scout!
It has more scout voice than Left 4 Dead 2.
In Left 4 Dead 2, the zombies can come through the big window and the hole in the roof. I guess this was changed because it was too easy back then, but I don't really know. I also can recall that there was a rumor that the church guy can turn into a tank and change gender to become the witch somehow. By the way, this is the only alarm card in this whole campaign, and it's not optional. I hate how Left 4 Dead 2 turned this into a gauntlet event where you have to run to the safe room. It's pretty obvious that the alley around the safe room is not designed for this. They're just too small.
And the boomer vomit on JB and half the city of Washington DC spawned right next to him.
Yeah, I kind of feel like Left 4 Dead boomers are much more suicidal. The finale is technically the only finale where you can camp in the safe room because there are no drop downs or any points of no return. I don't understand why Left 4 Dead 2 moved the supply to the back of the house, because while I guess it's to make the survivor more exposed when getting ammo, Special Infected doesn't really spawn around there. I would say the boathouse is the easiest of the finales, because you have a complete line of sight on all paths the hordes are coming from, while the trees can hide the hunters, boomer and smoker, but not so much.
I'm going in the closet, fuck you. I'm Harry Potter now.
You getting out of the closet?
No, they're getting in! No.
Really? Jamie, I saved your fucking ass.
I heard a hunter!
Come on, you gotta get up.
See, I told you there was a hunter, bitch.
Escaping can be brutal because the tank can spawn next to the dock. Not to mention the boat arrives really fast, so anyone who are unprepared will get left behind. And in this case, Bill, because he was using first aid kit for some reason.
Oh wait, JB's still back there? Oh.
Oh, that's that fucking.
Okay, leave him.
JB, come on! Oh, well.
Oh, leave him.
JB, I thought you were already here, and it turned out it was nervous.
I was using a med kit.
What?
That plane's headed for the airport, and the airport.
Bill? Bill? What the?
Wait,
What the fuck?
In my opinion, Dead Air's first chapter is pretty much the apartment, but longer. It's structured somewhat the same way, but this time you also start with the grenades too. And complete with a single car alarm before the safe room. You know where this is going.
This horse sounds great
Motherfucker! Joke's on you! I have a pipe bomb!
You can hide in this freezer room because the door is indestructible. I mean, the wiki even knows how ironic it is that this random door is stronger than a safe room door. The orange skybox of Dead Air also gives us a doomsday vibe, which is pretty unique to this campaign. The crane crescendo event is a lot easier in Left 4 Dead 2 because these fences act as a choke point against the horde. You can also cheese this car alarm by shooting it from the roof. Chapter 3 in Left 4 Dead 2 added fences in the alley. Valve added this because back in Left 4 Dead 1, you can throw the grenade across the construction site to hit the gas can, like you're playing CSGO, and camp in the safe room until the horde goes away. This is also the point where the military starts to get explicitly involved in the original campaigns. In Dead Air, they straight up bomb the airport so the virus won't spread. The van crescendo event is quite unique in that you can camp at the escalator room or move on to the next area because the van clears the way pretty quickly. Just don't forget to move on with your team, by the way, because Left 4 Dead 1 really likes to punish those behavior.
A fucking truck just... Hey, Winter, time to get going.
I'm sorry, a fucking boomer cornered me. Oh man, what the fuck? Oh, what? Jesus Christ! Guys!
I don't like what Left 4 Dead 2 has done to the metal detector because this is just right after the van crescendo event. It's been only like what, 5 minutes and you want me to run through the horde again? I heard that this has become a non-optional event because it could be triggered more than a few times. But when I played the campaign, I couldn't do that. So why not just make it turn off like the car alarm? I just don't get it.
Hey guys, look.
Wait, why? Why do you go for the...
Where are you, fuck?
What?
It's fun in front of us!
But without the horde, you can see now why the survivors go to the runway in the first place, because they see the plane from there. Since the finale is outdoors, you would think that there's no rescue closet to camp in, right? Well, I'm sorry, but you're wrong. I also tried to do a glitch I heard about, which allows you to camp on the runway, but I guess they already patched that. Holding out against the horde is quite easy, because you can easily cover a lot of angles at the fuel truck. But when the tank comes though, you better watch out for those luggage carts. How the fuck did you survive that? When it's time to take off, pray that the tank doesn't spawn near the plane because it takes a while to open.
JP, leave Afghanistan!
Oh.
JP, the Taliban are coming! The Taliban are coming!
I kinda like how in the first chapter, there are trees that zombies can pop out of, and because this campaign takes place in the forest, expect this to happen a lot. It can be easy to miss the reason why the survivors know about the military outpost, because the only clue you get is this board. You probably won't notice it if you leave the spawn area immediately. Oh yeah, and this makeshift stove in the safe room is a pretty cool detail.
On my screen the pan is over here. No, you fucking... They put a teaser for Left 4 Dead 2 by putting Pan in the Blood Harvest safe room.
Because you don't have to wait for the emergency door to open, you can technically run past the horde immediately. But if you run into the tank, well, that's kinda your fault.
Intruder alert! Let's buy the base!
Buy the base.
Guys, we can stay! We can stay! It's not a fucking run event! What the hell?
Oh, tank.
I told you, you dumb shit!
There's a tank coming for you, I think.
Wait, oh no, well!
I just see that happening.
To get to the safe room in chapter 3, you have to knock down a bridge. This time, I think Left 4 Dead 2's version of this map improves the crescendo event here. Mostly because the path isn't too long and the layout seems fair. I still don't like how the horde can spawn in the safe room though.
On the top stairs.
Yeah, seems like it.
Very top floor.
Yeah, I think Crazy Dave lost the lawnmower.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so instant. What the fuck?
Holy shit! What? Erwin, I literally walked off that window one time. In Left 4 Dead 2.
Chapter 4 has some path change in Left 4 Dead 2, but I don't really find them that significant. In Left 4 Dead 2, the moment you leave this house, a gauntlet event starts for no reason whatsoever. Val, aren't you like good at justifying narrative stuff? What the hell happened here?
I mean,
hey, did the magical tank spawn again? Oh.
To get to the farmhouse, you have to walk through a cornfield, and by walking through it, the crow will alert the horde. And in Left 4 Dead 2, the horde will be endless until you reach the farmhouse. So we got bad RNG, and a tank spawns right in the middle of the cornfield. This resulted in almost everyone dying, and Lewis had to run for his life to the farmhouse to rescue me, Bill, and Zoe, while a tank and a horde of zombies are right behind him.
Hey, JP, Erwin actually mean it when he says that the director doesn't sugarcoat in Left 4 Dead 1. Oh, hey, Erwin! Let us out!
holy shit. Yeah.
Oh, he's close. Get a gun! Get a gun! What is that?
Bring her around the rosy bitch. Come on. Oh, we can jump.
Oh no, JP, no!
Run it in.
Oh, thank God.
Oh, it's dead.
Left 4 Dead 2 also removed the bathroom from the farmhouse because it was also a camping closet. Although I wonder how this family is gonna take a shower and shit now. I find the plot twist that the army had his tape on loop somewhat interesting. But man, that poor guy has to sit there 24/7 in case someone respawns. I also discovered that the barn is a viable camping spot because there's ammo here. While there's no minigun in this finale, it is very easy to camp inside the house, the barn, and the border of the map as well.
Hang on, I need to go find stuff. I hope I don't get fucking yoinked along the way. Oh no, the tank's in the cornfield! Tank's in the cornfield!
Up until this day, I still get turned around when the vehicle arrives. Probably because it moves around quite a lot before parking. Now we've covered the original campaigns, let's take a look at the post-release ones. Because of how stingy Microsoft was back then, this 2-chapter campaign was a $7 DLC for Xbox. Yeah, no, I'm not paying $7 for like tweaked RNG and a few maps. It also comes with achievements that I think are so arbitrary, like the majority of them aren't even related to the map itself. It's just do X but in Crash Course campaign, basically. It is somewhat a huge step up from the previous campaigns narrative wise. Because until the Sacrifice comic came out, each 4 campaigns were treated like a separate stories on their own. Any kind of connection they had between each other were mostly Easter eggs. As a campaign though, I won't deny that Crash Course is so fucking boring. It's just that it's 2 chapters long, so you get to finish it before you can complain.
Hey, JP, here's a pilot in case you want to shoot him again.
A tank can spawn almost immediately after the campaign starts, but thankfully I had a shotgun, which has a total ammo of more than 100. One thing I like about Left 4 Dead 1 shotgun is that it punishes you for spamming. They are the only weapon that has empty reloads and tactical reload. I kinda wish that Left 4 Dead 2 expanded on this. It's a cool game balancing concept. The Howitzer Crescendo event has a minigun that I don't recommend using, because it's out in the open and you might get surrounded. Actually, why is there a howitzer here? Is this how they fight a tank?
Hey, watch out for that goddamn steam pipe.
Man, I love steam.
Yeah, steam's alright, I guess.
The finale is about defending a truck depot while the lift lowers the truck down to you. A lift that's so comically slow to the point where I thought the lift just never moves until the second tank dies. I also like a twist where you have to restart a generator around the second tank wave, because you have to go out there and leave your camping spot to continue the finale. I prefer camping on this bus platform because of the sightline it provides, but the minigun inside works fine too because it covers a lot of area. Just make sure to watch out for smokers though.
Oh, smoker.
Bruh, we got smoked again!
For the third time of champ.
That's it.
I just hear Molly going.
This campaign was released alongside the Sacrifice comic, which tells a backstory about each survivors and also explain how did they get from Blood Harvest to this, something they also did for TF2 during that time as well. While the trailer and the comic confirm that Bill is gonna die, the game takes a more subtle approach with it. The sun behind Bill's head in the poster, the torn up American flag, and
Yeah, or Bill will leave you behind.
yeah, really subtle, Zoe. I remember this campaign pretty well because of a Thai YouTuber video from like 15 years ago. God, I feel old as shit.
เฮ้ยแทงไอ้สัสแทงกับมึงเหรอเนี่ยฮะอ้าวก็แทงสิครับก็มันแทง
This campaign was released at the same time for Left 4 Dead 2 as well, so this campaign is pretty much one-to-one exact same version as Left 4 Dead 2. I just chose to play in this game because it follows the first game survivors. And no, the Last Stand campaign is not canon. The Sacrifice introduced Explosive Barrel, which explodes like a propane tank and lights stuff on fire like a gas can. But you cannot carry it around, and they don't appear alongside Crescendo event, which feels like a missed opportunity. The tank boss fight in the train yard is a good twist on Crescendo event, since you have to fight the tank and a zombie horde at the same time. And without the hazmat zombie bile bomb giveaway, it's a lot harder.
In Left 4 Dead 1, you fucking die.
I'm dying, I'm really dying, I'm gonna die!
Oh, shit! Oh, you were like 2 feet from him, what?
This can't defend this guy.
Man, I love the Hunter ragdoll in this game. Also, this is the first and the only time for us to have someone die to a witch, because all this time we kinda insta-kill her with a shotgun. And this made me remember how fast the witch kills you in Left 4 Dead 1. In chapter 2 you can find the boat from Death Toll, and some fan theorized that this is where the boat ends up after that campaign. Like a form of karma because they kick the survivors off the boat to die. But considering that there's an exact same boat right next to it, I feel like it's just an asset reuse. And also, this is the only campaign in Left 4 Dead 1 where the water slows you down. It's a feature borrowed from Left 4 Dead 2, but it's less dangerous here because the charger and jockey aren't here. The next Crescendo event is the bird at the top of a pile of gravel. It feels weird that it slows you down when you climb it though, because it still does that even if you reach the top. Fighting this horde is easy because you can just camp inside the chute, so you only have 2 ways to cover. To end this campaign, you must start 3 generators to lower the bridge. a concept that Dead by Daylight will shamelessly steal half a decade later. Each of them will spawn a tank and a horde, and either of them can appear first. Or you can be a masochist like us and start all 3 generators at once. The finale area is designed very well for this unique concept. There are places you can camp for the horde and to move around once the tank arrives. And of course, once you raise the bridge, someone has to sacrifice themselves to restart a generator. This whole scenario plays like a Telltale game too because there are 4 tanks. 4 fucking tanks coming to your bridge, so you and your team must think really fast here. But at least the game is kind enough to give you a 50 cal machine gun to cover the bridge.
Come on, Bill! Do your thing! Bill! In memory of Ass Sniffer.
Oh yeah, and The Last Stand exists. It was released alongside the survival mode, but well, I don't play survival mode, so I don't really know how to review it. The layout is pretty good, I guess, but I think the best spot to camp is the lighthouse roof. And because the terrain is a giant slope with a cliff next to it, getting punched by a tank might as well be a death sentence here.
The Last Stand. It doesn't end well. Well, oh my god, Lewis is dead! Oh well. Oh, hey, thanks. Thank you. Oh, ah! There seems to be a skill issue here.
And those were Left 4 Dead 1 campaigns. Despite being outdated and more limited than Left 4 Dead 2, Left 4 Dead 1 does provide a unique gameplay experience that Left 4 Dead 2 just cannot duplicate. I mean, yeah, the infinite shelf is very OP, and 2 tanks in a single chapter can be overkill by Left 4 Dead 2 standards. You cannot just do that in Left 4 Dead 2 unless you extensively modify the game, and it somewhat still holds up even though Left 4 Dead 2 just provides more on everything. And because TF2 Summer Update has yet to come out at the time of this recording, I'll be covering Left 4 Dead 2 campaign next. See you next time.
Kids running our yard. Ow.